Plaintiff Sherette Spicer says 1 week after she started dating the defendant, they got engaged. Sherette says before she discovered the defendant was married, he conned her into getting his name tattooed on her back, so she's suing for emotional distress. Defendant Calvin Lewis admits that he bought Sherette a $100 ring, but he insists it was a promise ring, not an engagement ring. Calvin denies that he's married to another woman, and he's countersuing for defamation of character.
Start with you, ma'am.
I want to thank you, Judge Mathis, for hearing this case. And I want to let you know I'm not only here for myself, I'm here for all the women who have been lied to, mistreated, and misguided by someone trying to get what they want.
You represent a lot of women.
I know.
Millions.
And that's my intention, Judge. And it's not just the women. I know it's not just women. I know women do their fair share of mean things too.
All right. When did you all meet or start dating or what have you?
Well, actually, I met him in 2007.
Okay.
We didn't begin actually dating until Valentine's Day 2011 when he asked me out. Mr. Lewis, maybe what some people may consider a player, he comes across as suave. I just think it's slick. And I really believe that what Mr. Lewis did to me is borderline criminal. And by that, I mean proposing to me knowing that he was already married, having my name tattooed on his arm and lying and saying that my name was actually his dead baby, Your Honor.
So this is outlandish. It really is.
And I have a witness statement to back that up, Your Honor.
You all were engaged, you say? When?
Yes, sir. And we actually got engaged pretty quick. It may sound foolish, but I'm kind of like old school, and I don't believe in just, giving myself away. And I explained it. We both seemed to be on the same page. When we went out for Valentine's Day, he was a perfect gentleman. He called and asked my father and my mother, could he take me out? Okay, so I'm expecting this guy to be.
How long after you all began dating did you become engaged?
We actually he took me to pick out my ring.
You're dodging that question.
No, sir, I'm not. I'm trying not to cry.
All right, don't cry just by thinking of this one little simple answer.
Yes, sir. It was the 20th.
How long after dating did you all become engaged?
It was about a week after when he took me to pick out my ring, which I know may seem foolish, but I'm a hopeless romantic, and I still have 2 sets of grandparents who are still together to this day that got married, in a short period of time. So, I mean, you could consider it foolish, but when Mr. Lewis was
do you think your grandparents have tattoos?
No, sir, they don't. They do not, and I want to apologize to them now if they're ashamed about that. But we actually were talking that night that we went out for Valentine's, and we found out that our birthdays were on the same day. And he was like, oh, it's fake. Can you just imagine us years from now telling our children and our grandchildren stories about, going out on Valentine's Day and getting married on our birthdays. I mean, he laid it on thick and I fell for it. And
so that's not true about the marriage.
What's so bad about him then?
Okay. Well, after we went to get the rings, went to get the tattoos, I posted on Facebook, I enjoy going ring shopping. I'm looking forward to our lives together, just little sweet stuff. And I signed it, your fiance. So the next thing I know, I'm getting messages from women like, who are you? I'm supposed to be with Calvin. What are you talking about? You're his fiance. We're supposed to be getting married. And I'm like, whoa, mama.
That's not true,
so when I speak to Mr. Lewis about this, Mr. Lewis tells me, oh, they're just somebody that's obsessed with me. I haven't been with them for I don't know how long. And so already having this man's name tattooed on me, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, right? So one day while I'm at the store that I was helping out at, a lady came in and she was kind of like making small talk, and I could tell she was kind of fishing. And so she was like, well, what's the deal with you and Calvin? And I was like, well, I got a ring. We're going to get married on our birthdays or whatnot. And she goes to tell me that, well, when I asked Calvin about you, because my name is very unique. And she said, well, when I asked Calvin about your name on his arm, he told me that, oh, I just got that in memory of my baby that died.
That's not true, Your Honor. That's
exactly what she said. And I have a witness statement from another woman that he said the same thing too.
Let me hear from you. What background you want to tell me before we get to the emotional distress that she's suing you for? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. First of all, me and this lady, Miss Spicer, we had met, and I did not in any way trick her, because a woman or anyone or any person at that time, a reliable person would make right decisions and do stuff. And
in other words, she knew that she knew should have taken some time.
Yes, sir. She should have taken time and know me better.
And you should have taken time. You say she should have taken time to know me better. She would have known I was a con.
I guess. Now I get the memo.
Yes, sir.
Now I get the memo,
sir, with all of that saying,
he's a con, but he's not a liar. At least he's being honest.
Yes, sir. And I mean, the thing about it is, sir, we went out to eat because she said that, well, I've been stood up so many times that I can't find nobody that would take me out. So, sir, I just went ahead and said, well, yes, sir, I'll go ahead and take this woman out. I'm not doing anything.
It was a charity outing.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. I didn't want to come out.
You weren't interested. You were just providing
at the time, sir, she was a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong. She was a beautiful woman.
Wouldn't say that.
And, I thought, well, maybe she might be a nice person to take out. So, we got to talking and we was out one day just browsing around. I said, okay, let's get a ring. It was a promise ring, friendship ring. I didn't take it as nothing more than that. But, apparently she did a $100 ring. Hey, why not get married with a $100 ring? So, we went on from there. We, against my better judgment, I went ahead and we said, okay, let's get the tattoos. And we did get the tattoos. But, sir, I have the same tattoo. I have the problem. It's on my arm. Hers is on her back. I don't see what that's causing her any kind of conflict at all because all she had to do is turn away from it. She's not looking at it every day. So you have to take time out, sir.
So you have to look at yours.
You have to look. I have to look at mine on my arm.
And hers on her back. She doesn't even have to see it.
She had to go through a large amount of things of looking in the mirror, turning her head. That's how it works.
To see it.
Yes, sir. That's how it worked. So, we got to that point and then it escalated into the point that she was real possessive and controlling. So everything had to be on her terms.
Do you all have a lot of problems with other women?
Well, sir, the thing is, those was friends. And the relationship that me and Miss Spicer had, I didn't take it as, okay, I should cut off the friends that I have.
She said you were already married and didn't tell her.
No, sir, that's not true at all.
You were not married when you all became engaged?
No, sir, that was all false statements.
Your Honor.
Okay. And your emotional distress is based on what, ma'am?
Your Honor, I'm trying to keep it together right now, but as you see...
How long did you all date, ma'am?
We dated until the end of March when he
you dated for 2 months?
Just about, yes, sir.
And you're so in love now, you got to try and keep it together.
Sir, it was less than a month, sir. It started February the 14th, and it ended somewhere in the middle of March.
I got it, sir. 2 months, and she's just so overwhelmed that she just can't even testify today because for the 2 months of her life, it was just so... it
was a delicate moment for her, I guess.
That she'll never be the same. What's your emotional distress, ma'am?
My emotional distress, Your Honor, I do not... If a man tells me he's married, I send him packing. And I feel like if you give a woman a ring, you propose to her...
that he's married, ma'am?
While I was in the store, the lady came in fishing, like I said.
She said, I'm married to him?
No, what she did inform me of was that she and Calvin were
she
messing
told
around.
You she thinks he was married.
No, she told me that they've been messing around before they each got married.
Yeah, we're talking about the marriage.
And
she told you she thought he was married.
She told me that he's still married.
So you're going on gossip
lady.
Then?
No, sir.
That's exactly what you're going on, man. Some other woman came in and told you that the man was married.
And it's
you don't have any evidence, and that's the only way you know is by someone off the street telling you that. Let me just get to how you think you are entitled to $1,500 for a man lying to you.
Well, Your Honor, I really feel that Mr. Lewis perpetuated a fraud. This man knew what he was doing. And even if he is no longer married or legally separated, when you propose to someone and you're still fooling around and messing with other people's wives or whatever, Let me just
explain to you, ma'am, that emotional distress claims are based on extreme and outrageous and extraordinary conduct that someone engages in that causes extreme stress on someone to the point that they need therapy or assistance. Are you getting any therapy?
I mean, I think it would be good just for me even to figure out why I would believe the lies of a man like this.
Okay, so you need therapy to figure out why you believe men who lie?
I don't think it would be a bad idea, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm just saying that I have
go
not
and get that on your own. I'm not granting you a judgment to go and get therapy to figure out why men lie. I think most women know why men lie. Unfortunately, you were a victim of a common misrepresentation. Women lie, women cheat. Men lie and men cheat. So it's common in our society.
Yes, sir.
Probably 80% of this audience have been victims or perpetrators one way or the other, whether it's the women or the men. And so defamation for 1,000 is for what?
Yes, sir. During the process of everything was ending, what she did was she started posting false comments about me on
Saying
Facebook. That I'm a whore. And,
You are? What else?
You know, sir, but I understand what you're saying, sir. But the thing was, she was putting it on a.
What else?
I'm fine with someone saying it, but when you put it on a networking internet
Doesn't
service,
matter where you put it. That's the #1 defense, sir. It's truth. So what else did she call you?
she started calling me a whore and I'm a dog and I'm this, I'm that, and you know it was all on Facebook. And
Yeah, I understand.
Facebook is used nowadays for
Now it's
any
on
kind of
national
employment background.
television.
Exactly. Exactly, sir. But that
Truth is the #1 defense.
yes, sir, it is,
You know
but-
you cheated on this woman, so it was the truth.
no, sir.
You
I
had
don't-
all these other women. You know you had all these other women.
But sir, all of that was after the fact, sir.
So it was true.
All of that was after the fact, sir. And then I feel
No,
like
you had them when you were with her.
I feel like she
Cheating on this woman, you cheated on her, you lied to her, you whored around on her. So everything she said was true. That's not defamation, it's true. Your claim
Your
is
Honor,
dismissed.
my daughter is still
Your
asking
claim is
about him.
dismissed, ma'am. Have a good day. Both your claims are dismissed.
You know that you're a liar. You know that you proposed to me, and you know that you were the one pushing me up
Judge
as to
said
get
show me
married.
proof, so you show me proof.
Okay, and just because you didn't bring the piece of paper that said that you're divorced, we
Show
know that
me
you're
the
still
proof.
married.
Where
And quit
is-
not claiming
where
kids,
is the
and quit
proof?
lying about my name on your arm.
Where is the proof?
The truth will never change.
And my tattoo is bigger than yours, so you see
No, it's
mine
not.
clearly every day with the crown on top, with the apostrophe S, so I'm yours.
You're not. You're definitely not, because I will not belong to Satan's seed, and no, you will
Can I
not.
have a hug? I'm Satan, and I'm
No,
glad
yeah,
to be Satan.
See,
and
I hope you got that on tape. Ladies, when you see
take her
this,
straight
go the
to
other
hell with
way.
me.
That the devil is a lie. I'm not going to hell. God bound, baby.
Because you're lying.